Good day, everyone. Welcome to the second demonstration of recyclable materials used in mask making. First up, we would have Robert Miller demonstrating the production of collar and two wrist pieces or gauntlets. The first part of the production is the use of a 12-inch diameter circle to get the neck and shoulder piece covered. Thereafter, the area is cut out and foil is applied, which you will see in the final product. Further, there are additional patterns to style the job. So the piece, another piece is cut to be attached. There are some circular patterns or teardrop style patterns which are going to be used to create a fire-like impact on the chest or the breastplate of the masquerader or costume person. What is applied with the foil is just basic poster paints, some splashes of red, along with some splashes of yellow. As you know, the minute that you add that yellow, because the poster paint is almost processed, it creates almost an orange effect, so you get that flame-like look. Additionally, the red marker is used to strike any highlight lines. To create the decor. All these parts are put together. I believe there are just about 34 pieces of teardrop, and they have to be placed from the center, bottom center of the pattern for the front area of the breastplate or collar piece. They are then layered almost like in a peacock-like style to completion. With that said, all other little pieces to go around the neck to create a braiding effect are attached, not only just for a clean finish, but also that it holds down the patterns that will place, the teardrop patterns that will place first. Okay, he will show you now what the finished collar piece looks like. It's just covered with some base foil, whether it be the aluminum foil or foil again from any byproduct from biscuits, whatever, that has a foil interior. Okay. Now he moves on to the second stage, which is making the hand pieces. It's styled with almost a sunburst type pattern, which he folds into to ensure that both sides remain even. Though he's cutting as quickly as he can, I suggest that you move a little slower and be careful with the scissors. Now that he's got that first pattern, the next stage is the pieces that go on top of it to embellish the look of the sunburst. That too is covered in foil and has its own lines which give more impact for the creative element of that sunburst. All these pieces that are done now have to be attached to the wrist. What he did is he took a normal PET bottle or water bottle, cut it out, and used its natural curve for making the wrist attachment. Furthermore, he colors it with a marker, a permanent marker, so that it stays in the color keys. He will show you what the finished product looks like. And that's a wrist piece. So what we have there now is a pair of wrist pieces as well as the collar piece. Thank you, Robert Miller. At this point, it's turned over to me. My demonstration is demonstration of a Native American headdress or headpiece, as we say. The first part that we have to get right is the headband. Very important. You take a 26-inch by 12-inch rectangle. You draw a 26 by 12-inch rectangle, after which you pull the curve. Then in the front area, you use basically 4.5 inches to get to the center point of the curve. From center point to the side is 4.5 inches. You go 4.5 inches and 4.5 inches on the other side. So that 9-inch area is where we put all of the deco to stand against the background of this piece of wood. Then we go to the decor part. So we make up the decor parts first. This is a 9-inch piece of decor. That's the base. That's attached in this area. To color key it and style it, we add another piece that goes on top of that as well. To further style it, we add one more piece. So we have I think it's, this also goes on to the front to give it its Native American motif. Additionally, the airing piece is built with a 2.5-inch circle, with an inch and a quarter circle that goes on top of it, as well as a star. The star first in one other color, inch and a quarter circle, and to give us the right kind of impact, we took the cover from one of the juice cartons or from one of the juice bottles, so that we can stick it on to get the effect that we want and the three-dimensional lift. Now that we have all those pieces designed and colored, we need to go on to the more important areas to give us the feather look. The components for this were the coconut branch sticks or stems, or called locally the coquille in Trinidad, and bond paper, basic bond paper that you find in your books, the exercise books, basic bond paper you find from the printers and whatnot. There, we utilize an area of 10 and a half inches by 2.5 inches to style and create the look of a feather. This is the style. We do it because we would need to get 9 of them like this going to the right, 9 of them like this going to the left. We'd also need to get 2 straight feathers to get up into the middle of the war bonnet. So once that part is done, it would look something like this. We place the coconut sticks in a semicircular fashion and hold them in position for a while. When we release them, they maintain some of the shape, so it gets the curvature that is showcased in each of the feathers. So you can get the left and you get the right look as well. You place the coconut stick after cutting them, roughly 14 inches. You place the coconut sticks onto the paper pattern, and you hold them and you utilize masking tape to get them to stay together. So it's very strong. This is that finish. Upon doing that, you now have to wrap the ends of the coconut stick, and here's a reason why. In order to complete the headpiece, it is necessary to create receivers for the feathers. That is done using your local straws from all your drinks, and all we simply did was wrap it as well in bond paper so that we can work from that surface area. The technique here now is to apply the feather into this area and make sure it's glued down. That can be done with silicone glue, it can be done with hot glue. Upon completed, the next stage is to utilize this 3-inch pattern, which is made up of plastic from a green plastic reusable bag. That is adhered to the base of the feather work. So it looks like that. When that part is also completed, you know what we used here in this instance, which is the same as here, is that we took some ends of electrical tape so that we could keep color keyed. We just found that it was easier to use the electrical tape. So that is applied simply by tearing it off and placing it around the feather work. These parts are now placed one at a time. So what happens is just like how this is, you start placing them one at a time, going around and securing all the pieces, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And once it's completed, going in this manner, we do the other side, which is the reversal, which would be this, which would be that field and that field. To complete the look, the tassel light drop from the side of the war bonnet. These patterns are attached and they lock the featherwork in place. Style. We also cut a feather type piece of pattern in paper as well that fits this area and layered so that it covers all the loose board work. Upon completion, these patterns, these pieces, are placed at the side with light tassels and the baby feather. Once attached, the whole thing is picked up and placed on a prong and secured in a like manner. This is how we approach the Native American headdress. Hope what we have given you all today as a demonstration is in fact informative, and we look forward to continuing in like manner. Thank you very much.